Welcome, everybody, to the Jokebudd Football Show. I'm your host, the one and only Jokebudd. So glad to be back with y'all guys today. Week 1 is in the books. What a week 1. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. It's down for me. My Colts were down, but my fantasy team went 3-1. We'll talk about that a little later. But a lot has happened since I've been back with you guys. Let's get into a little bit of news. Let's start with the injuries. San Fran's running back, Raheem Mostert, is out for the season. Another knee injury. It's always like a knee or ankle with him. I thought this was going to be his year to really catch on smoking. He hurt me in my fantasy. I got him in one fantasy team, but he's out again. Elijah Mitchell, Trey Sermon, where you at? But one thing about Kyle Shanahan, he keeps a stable of running backs, just like his father did, Mike Shanahan, the legend. So that's the least of my worries. San Fran still is going to roll. Just can they stay healthy at the end? That's one injury already down for San Fran. Next, Denver's wide receiver, Jerry Judy, who looks so good. It's one of my other second-year breakout wide receivers. He was playing a really, really good game. I think he was 6 for 6. He was rolling. Ankle injury. It looked way worse than what it actually is. I think it's a high ankle sprain. They said out 6 to 8 weeks. Next is Washington football teams. Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's out. I wanted to say 6 to 8 weeks, but I think I just heard he's on injured reserve. I think he may be done. But let's go with 6 to 8 weeks for right now. It's a hip injury, so let's say 8 weeks. Either way, Tyler Heineke, next man up. He did pretty good last year. I think he's pretty decent. I still think Washington goes into the draft next year looking for their quarterback of the present and future this upcoming draft. Other news, TJ Watt signed 4 years, $112 million, $80 million guaranteed. As we've seen this Sunday, he's worth the price of fee. So good investment, Pittsburgh there. And Marshawn Lattimore, my second favorite corner, signed from New Orleans Saints, signed a 5-year extension, $97.6 million, $68.3 million guaranteed, the most in history. So he upped Jalen Ramsey. All right, that's it for the news. Just a quick shot of news. I'm always trying to bring you injuries and contracts. One thing about this podcast, this show, everybody needs to know that this is a pro player show and podcast. We're all for the players getting paid. They put up with a lot to perform for us on Sundays or Thursday or Monday, and sometimes on Saturday. So all the money they get, take it. Much deserved. It's a lot that goes into preparing for football. Oh, man. I mean, can you imagine? All of us say we want to be pro athletes and things like that, but they wake up to get hit. Or to a Dodger hit. I mean, but you're literally waking up to get hit every day. You know, so I can't put a price on that, but I'm glad for the ones who get handsomely rewarded. So that's that. Let's get into week 1 of the NFL Pro Week. I had Dallas 34-28. The outcome was 29-31. What a game. What a game. Dak Prescott is back. The boogeyman is still here, baby. Tom Brady himself, the GOAT. Last minute drive. The usual suspects. You know what happened. You don't need me to tell you. Dallas was 29. Tampa Bay was 31. What a game. What a way to kick off the NFL season. Seattle at Indianapolis, my team. I had Seattle win at 24-20. I thought it would be a little bit closer. Ended up being 28-16. I don't know what happened to the Colts. Offensive line looked terrible, and that's one of our mainstays. That's one of our stables. I hope when I'm in attendance this Sunday, it's a little different. I don't know. But one thing I can say, Carson Wentz did look decent when he had time. So it's on us, the rest of the team. It's not on Carson Wentz, thankfully. I am happy it's not on him, so I know we can improve. Stop leaving Kari Willis single coverage on the zone on the back end, flip it, let that be Julian Blackman. I'm not going to get too deep into the Colts. I might start a State of the Indianapolis Colts little thing on Instagram. I'm not for sure. I'm on the fence. I'm doing a lot right now, so I'm not for sure, but I have a lot to say about the Colts. Arizona 23 to Tennessee 31 was my projection. Arizona 38, Tennessee 13. Man, Kyler Murray looked amazing. Chandler Jones, 5 sacks. Oh, my goodness. Pay the man. Pay the man. Arizona is firing on all cylinders early. They're not playing games. They have plenty of weapons everywhere. So, look out for them. You see them now, I'll tell you that much. Next is Philadelphia at Atlanta. Philadelphia was 32-6. I had them 20-24 Atlanta's way. It was an onslaught from Philadelphia. Maybe I was sleeping on Jalen Hurts, but I respect his hustle. I respect his approach to the game. You know, he really shows respect for the game, respect for his opponents, respect for his teammates, and he takes nothing for granted. So anything he gets, he earns. Man, much love to him. Jalen Hurts showed out in real life and in fantasy. So Philadelphia took it. Jacksonville was at Houston. Jacksonville had 21. Houston had 37. I had it 14-17 Houston's way, but Houston took it up another level. They looked pretty veteran-laden team where they knew what to do and how to do it against a young Jacksonville team. Next was Green Bay at New Orleans. I had Green Bay winning 34-20. I was wrong. Green Bay only scored 3, and New Orleans Saints went off with 38. Like I said, this team can go as far as Jameis Winston takes them. I've been saying that before he was named the starter. Good job making him the starter. So I think it's a lot there. And Mike Thomas not even back. And they got a downfield attack now. So when you have a downfield attack, opens up the short game and the medium game for Michael Thomas. He'll eat all day. So if you're hanging on to Michael Thomas in fantasy, like myself in 2 leagues, keep him. Next is Miami at New England. I had Miami winning 24-21. Miami ended up winning 17-16. Close game, division. They know each other. Half of New England's coaching staff is in Miami, like I was saying, but I thought Miami would pull it off. They pulled it off for a 1-point win. Minnesota at Cincinnati was 27-17. My projection, it actually turned out to be 24-27. Cincinnati won 27-24. Good fought, hard fought game. They woke up. Cincinnati's tied again, pushed around. Joe Mixon showed up. There was a Joe Mixon sighting. Good job, Joe. Show them what you can do. You are the second coming of Le'Veon, if you want to be. New York Jets at Carolina. Final score was 14-19. I had it 17-24. Carolina wins. They did what they wanted to the most part. Zach Wilson led a valiant effort, comeback, fell short, but Zach Wilson got some talent. Just keep building that thing. Just keep building it. But Christian McCaffrey doing whatever. I think he had 90 yards rushing, 98 yards rushing, 75 yards receiving. Then he threw Sam Darnold looked decent, so they might have something there. They got something to build upon. San Francisco at Detroit. I thought it was going to be a little bit wider spread, but it ended up being 41-33. I had it 28-14. It got close at the end. I think San Fran just let off the gas a little too much. So, but San Fran takes care of business, 41-33. Los Angeles Chargers was at the Washington football team's house at FedEx Field. I had the Los Angeles Chargers at 20, Washington at 21. The final score was Chargers 20, football team 16. the Chargers moved the ball up and down the field, but they only got 20 points for it, but they couldn't go off the field on third down. So the football team has a definitely good defense. They'll bounce back. They'll definitely bounce back. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. What a game. This was a knockout, drag-out fight like I thought it would be. Pittsburgh 23, Buffalo 16. I had it 27-31 going Buffalo's way, but Pittsburgh did it, and you got to have that moxie. These are the ugly wins they didn't have last year. They were just speeding past people when they was, I think, 11-0. So this shows some toughness early. So this is something they can put in their back pocket and feel something from, definitely. Cleveland at Kansas City. Cleveland was 29. Kansas City was 33. Like I said, Cleveland controlled the game for the most part. Their cracks opened up in the second half. So that's all Patrick Mahomes needs. I told you guys he's going to be the MVP this year. He only threw 3 touchdowns, but these wild plays are just going to stick with people's mind, and there's going to be plenty of them. He'll have plenty of 5-touchdown games. 3. I think he might have threw for 1. I think he ran for 1 and threw for 3. I'm not for sure, but I know it's 3 touchdowns at least. So Kansas City rolls at home. They just waited for the mistakes, the botched punts and things like that, the interception at the end. They just waited it out and made them sweat, and Cleveland did it. But watch out for Cleveland. They'll learn from this. Denver at New York Giants. Denver had 27. New York Giants had 13. I think the Giants have a lot of talent, but they can only go as far as Saquon Barkley can take them, but he's not healthy yet. I think Joe Judge needs to look into sitting him. He just doesn't look good. He couldn't even break a tackle. And Denver, on the other hand, was firing on all cylinders. Jerry Judy gets hurt. They still pick up. They still have Fitzpatrick, Sutton. So they have some people. KJ Hamler. So Denver 27, the Giants 13. Chicago at Los Angeles Rams. What a game. We got to see the Matthew Stafford comes to town. It looks good. They're going to be tough. I'll be seeing them live in living color. I will be on IG posting, so it's going to be unique. But they look like a lot to handle. The defense look good. They got Jalen Ramsey moved around into the star position, the slot nickel, so he's active. That's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. The receivers running. Darrell Henderson held it down, so they'll be fine. And Las Vegas pulls off the upset against Baltimore in overtime. What a game that was. What it comes down to was the 2 fumbles that Lamar Jackson had, but they'll clean it up. But Baltimore has to play Kansas City next week, so Baltimore might be 0-2 by the end of next week. Not a good way to start. Not a good way to start. But what I'm going to do now is start with week 2 projections of what I think is going to happen. And then from there, we'll go to fantasy. New York Giants play the Washington football team on Thursday night football. I have the Giants at 17, the football team at 23. I think the football team bounces back and gets a needed W, especially with Fitzpatrick going down. Second is New Orleans at Carolina. I think Jameis is on a revenge tour. I mean, this man threw for 5,000 yards and everybody still kicked him to the can, while other quarterbacks got chance after chance. So he's gonna tear some people up. So I got New Orleans winning 27-21. Cincinnati at Chicago. Joe Burrow They even got Chase looking good after all the hoopla and the troubles he was having in preseason. He looks good. Jamal Chase, a wide receiver, what, fifth pick I think overall or fourth, either or, if not earlier. He went very high, so he showed off already. So I got Cincy 27, Chicago 21. Until Chicago does right by Justin Fields, nothing will prosper. Start the man. Houston at Cleveland. Houston 17, Cleveland 27. Cleveland takes care of business. Not much to say there. LA Rams at Indianapolis. I have it being a hard-fought game because we have some pride, but I have the Rams winning 27-24. Denver at Jacksonville. I have Denver winning 28-17. Denver has a loaded team, 2 tight ends, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a very good defense. Von Miller looks good. Beware the Buffalo at Miami. Those division games, I tell you, it's going to be closer than people think, but I got Buffalo winning 24-20. Another division game, New England at the Jets. I have the same score again, but New England's favor, 24-20 over the Jets. San Fran at Philly. It's going to be a tough one. I got Jalen Hurts showing out again. So I have the Eagles protecting home field, 27 to San Fran's 24. Las Vegas at Pittsburgh. Las Vegas Raiders on a high from beating Baltimore, but I think they run into a road blockage. I don't think too many teams are going to just sit back and let Darren Waller pick them apart. They're going to double him from the beginning, and it's going to be slim pickers from there. So now you're forcing Brian Edwards. I like Kenyon Drake out the backfield, passing attack. If Josh Jacobs is healthy, it'll help. But once you take away Derek Carr's Darren Waller, double him from the jump, he's a different player. Let's see what he's made out of. We get to see. We get to really see. Now John Gruden is going to be able to see that. John Gruden made it no type of distraction that he's going to him. I think he had like 20 targets. So, yeah. Let's see. Minnesota at Arizona. I have Minnesota edging it out. 24-21. I think Dalvin Cook gets back on track and really does his thing. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. It's not going to be that close to me. Tampa Bay 30, Atlanta 17. Dallas at LA Chargers. I have Dallas eking it out. Dak is back, 24-17. Tennessee at Seattle. This should be a good game. I think Tennessee is mad how the showing they put out there in their home field. Now they have to travel to the Pacific Northwest and play Seattle, but it's not going to be enough. 27 Seattle, 24 Tennessee. Sunday night. Woo. Kansas City at Baltimore. Ooh, that's a hot ticket. If you're in the DMV, that's a hot ticket. I got Kansas City winning 34, Baltimore 23. Monday night, Detroit at Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers tells everybody to relax, and they win 31-20. So that's my projections for week 2 right there. We shall see how good I am. I'm not for sure. Anything can happen. Let's go to the fantasy side right quick. Like I said, matter of fact, no, let's stop. Not yet. Not just yet. Because we're just going to do the top 5s for fantasy. If you have any fantasy questions, DM me. Ask me anything. I'll get you some information as soon as possible. I text right back. I'm always near my phone. So if you need any fantasy info, let me know. Power rankings. for NFL. It's a shakeup. At number 1, stays the same. Still Tampa Bay, defending champions. Number 2, Kansas City, stays the same. Up 4 spots is the LA Rams. Number 4, up 4 spots is Seattle. Number 5, up 6 spots is New Orleans. Number 6 is Cleveland. Even though they lost, they stay the same. They put up a heck of an effort, and they'll show you. They have a good team. They just got to keep hammering away. They'll be fine. Buffalo, down 2 spots to 7. Number 8, up 4 spots is Pittsburgh. Number 9, down 6 spots is Green Bay. Number 10, down 1 spot is San Fran. Even though they won, it was an ugly win. So they're down 1 spot. Down 7 spots at 11 is B-More. By the end of they might be out of the top 14, out of the top rankings. So Ravens, look out. Number 12 is a new entry, Arizona. They was having their way. They was having out there. Number 13 is another new entry. It's the LA Chargers. And 14, down 4 spots, is Tennessee, because I have faith for them. They have a good team. They just got to put it all together. Go all in with Derrick Henry. I don't think they really went all in. So get that man started. Your season will be better. So they'll wake up. I know they're in. As I'm recording this, they're in the war rooms. They're in the meeting rooms doing what they got to do. Fantasy. We're going to run through the top 5s. Top 5 quarterbacks of week 1 was Kyler Murray, who did his thing. Patrick Mahomes, who does whatever. Jameis Winston showed out. Let us know that he is back. Jameis Winston. You either pick him up or trade for him if you don't have a consistent quarterback, or you have a shaky one. Number 4 was the GOAT, Tom Brady. Number 5 was Jalen Hurts, who shocked a lot of people. So get used to hearing that name, especially in fantasy. Top 5 running backs, like I said, Christian McCaffrey was having his way. He didn't score, didn't need to. Number 2 is Joe Mixon. Smoking Joe Mixon, exciting. I really feel like this is his year. This is his make-or-break year, so I'm happy that he's up here already. Number 3 was Jamal Williams from Detroit. He split the backfield with the number 4, DeAndre Swift. They both was doing their thing, but they were down a lot, so they both were used in the passing game as well. So that might be misleading, but we'll see as the year goes on. And number 5 was Nick Chubb, who was running very strong. I think he ended up fumbling 2 in the second half. So he fumbled. Oh, man, Baker Mayfield interception, the botched punt, a lot went wrong. But they need to tighten that up. If they want to win and get over the hump, they have to play an A game. It was a B- game. Top 5 wide receivers, Amari Cooper went crazy on Thursday. Number 2 is Tyreek Hill. You just throw it up to him. Patrick Mahomes just threw it up there, hoping and prayer. He came down with it and just sprinted out. You're not catching him. We know that. The cheetah. Number 3 was Deebo Samuel. A lot of people slept on him in the drafts. I wish I could have got him, but he was always gone before I picked at the slot I was trying to get him at. And before was Adam Thielen, the forgotten man in Minnesota every year. So he cleans up everything that Justin Jefferson doesn't get. So he's Mr. Reliable there. And number 5 was Corey Davis, the new free agent, and the Jets, who I knew would get a lot of targets and a lot of attention, and he's going to have some production this year. Top 5 tight ends, Rob Gronkowski. 2 is Darren Waller. They are force-feeding him. Just beware if you're a Darren Waller fan. I really think defensive coordinators are going to make it hell for him. But he will still get numbers. I don't know if the astronomical numbers like week 1, but he'll still get some numbers. But they're going to force Derek Carr to beat them, not Darren Waller. Not going to eat like that every week. 3 with Travis Kelce, who also killed. But unlike Darren Waller, he has several different options to attack as teammates. Tyreek Hill, Edwards-Helaire there, but he also has the best quarterback, and Patrick Mahomes. So that's enough disguising as itself. Number 4, T.J. Hawkinson. He gets a lot of targets as well in Detroit. He's a favorite target of Jared Goff. Number 5 is Jamal Johnson, who I think only caught 3 passes, but he caught 2 touchdown passes for New Orleans. He's a red zone target for Jameis. He just throws it up there. I think it reminds me of when he had Kelvin Benjamin back in the FSU days. Top 5 defense was Pittsburgh. Second was Arizona. 3, New Orleans. 4, San Francisco. Tied. Another 4th was Philly. So that was week 1. Week 1 was amazing. A lot went on. I'm looking forward to week 2. I'll be gone for week 2. Like I said, I'll be on IG sharing the journey. I get to see my favorite player of the 2000s, Edgerrin James, to get his Hall of Fame ring. Peyton Manning will get his. So that's my quarterback and my running back. So I look forward to a heck of a time. It's been a pleasure. I will see you guys next Wednesday again. And as always,